Hey Jay, it's Alan, your Best of the Left Patreon member calling in from Connecticut. About Patreon, I recently made the switch from PayPal to Patreon. And at first I was like, what are these emails with regards to there's a new episode? Like, duh, I can see on my feed there's a new episode. In fact, I'm already listening to it by the time I get the email. But then I started realizing that, and if you've listened to me for a little bit, you know that I almost always listen as I'm driving to and from work, and the episode ends and it goes archived and it skips on to the next podcast I'm listening to. And I never really actively read the show notes. I would look at them briefly in the beginning, but as I'm driving, I'm not watching that. So, now with the Patreon, it's kind of cool, actually. I've come to embrace those emails now, and I save them as unread until I'm ready to look at the show notes and figure out what activism did I not take an action on yet that I want to consider doing so, or what show notes or what links you've listed in it. And I find it much more efficient, at least for me, to process that. So just a feedback with Patreon. I think it's a great move. So then I became concerned, what would happen if I were to share the episode, being that it's a members only feed? And I did some quick tests, and I found that I could text the message or email the message to somebody, and they were still able to listen to the episode. So in case someone was concerned about that, I checked that out to make sure that they weren't getting a dead link or something that they couldn't use. So anyway, I think it's overall great, wonderful. Thank you, and stay awesome.